The book of Revelation. Many people find it a book of fear, a book of worry, a book of dread. But there is, within the book of Revelation, some hope. And I want to share some of that with you here this morning for this morning mantra. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. This is New Cosmic Knowledge. And I want to read to you a piece of dung, a piece of error. But there is hope in this error. There is truth in this error. And there's some encouragement in this error. And we need to learn to read the truth in the error, and we need to learn to read the error in the truth. We need to learn to recognize it. We need to learn to understand it. We need to learn to be able to detect it. As Jay Campbell and I talked about last night on The Last Word, if you haven't seen that, boy, you need to go back and see it. You've got to get yourself to the place where you know and understand instinctively and intuitively. There's no more time for study. There's no more time for calling a committee. There's no more time for calling your mommy, your daddy, your spirit guide, your guru, your priest, your pastor, your imam, your rabbi. Those days are over. You've got to get to the place where you know what you know within your own knowing. And this is what this is about, trying to teach you to get to that place. I can help you through life track analysis if you're interested. Revelation 3:12 says, and again, this is a dung verse. This is an error verse, but there is a encrypted, encoded truth within. That was 13. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. What I want you to key on there is he shall go no more out. Again, this is dung. But there's a diamond hidden within this, and the diamond is that there was a time, ladies and gentlemen, where you and I, and thanks to Derek Bros, Global Witness, for dropping this into my mind, there is a time, at least partially, there was a time when you and I were in the temple of the divine. The word pillar there means stability. The word pillar there means authority in the original Greek language. There was a time when you had stability in the divine before you were here in this world. There was a time when you had authority in the divine before you were here in this world. And we saw yesterday in the podcast I did about John 3:16 that the only people that enter into the kingdom of God, the only entities, the only beings that enter into the kingdom of God are beings that have had a human birth experience followed by a spiritual renewal from above. So the fact that you are here in a human body, having been born into humanity, and the fact that you are here seeking spiritual birth from above is proof positive, as Revelation 3:12 says, that you were at one time a pillar in the temple, and that word temple means the eternal household of. You were an authority. You were stable in the eternal abode of the divine. And the time is coming where you will go out no more. You were there. You've left there, and many of you keep going round and round and round and round in this cycle of reincarnation. Many of you have been trapped into this cycle of reincarnation and becoming archon food, as Jay and I talked about last night. But the hope, ladies and gentlemen, from the book of Revelation is that, number one, you used to be stable in the divine. Number two, you used to have authority in the divine. And number three, you used to be a member of the eternal household of the divine. And number four, the day is coming where you will get yourself to the place where you shall go no more out. You will return to the eternal abode of the divine, and you will never, ever have to leave again. That's hope from the book of Revelation. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. This is New Cosmic Knowledge. Don't say I never read from the Bible, because that was all Bible right there, ladies and gentlemen. So, hope from the book of Revelation. You've been a pillar. You've had authority. You've been a permanent resident of the abode of the divine before. It's time to stop the cycle and go back and take your rightful place again. You are divine. You are sovereign. You are free. You are the last generation of real humans. I salute you. I wish you love and light. I encourage you to keep asking questions and keep questioning answers. Unindoctrinate yourself. Create yourself. Build the life that you'll love. Go to work. It's an inside job. And again, we are the last generation of real humans. Let's figure out who we are, and let's get busy.